But ladies and gentlemen, let's now shift our focus to some news that's coming in from the Power Ministry, because the ministry has reviewed the demand and supply situation amidst a sustained surge in electricity consumption, with peak demand remaining above 250 gigawatts for the last 10 days and crossing 270 gigawatts on May 21st. In fact, the government is now expecting peak demand could reach 280 gigawatts in the coming few weeks, and it has also directed thermal plants to raise coal offtake. My colleague Prakash Priyadarshi is now joining in with what the Power Ministry is planning. Prakash, give us the details.
Well, the government sources suggest that the Power Ministry has reviewed demand-supply situation amid rising power demand in the country. Various aspects have been discussed. Sources suggest that the current situation has been reviewed with all stakeholders. In fact, strategies have been reviewed to meet any surge in power demand during June and July, which is expected to cross 280 gigawatt. And therefore, several instructions have already been given to thermal power generation companies. Along with that, coal stock levels at thermal power plants have been reviewed, and power plants have been asked to increase coal offtake in the next few days. You are aware of the fact that the peak power demand has remained above 250 gigawatt in the over the last 10 days, which has crossed to 70 gigawatt, which is all-time high on May 21. And Power Ministry estimates that the peak power demand may cross to 80 gigawatt in July. Therefore, strategies have been reviewed and several instructions have been given to all stakeholders. Along with that, an interministerial group monitoring the situation on a regular basis. In fact, officials of power, coal and railways ministries are holding a meeting on regular interval for better coordination. Necessary instructions have been given, and the government is committed to meet any surge in power demand during June and July.
All right, thank you very much, Prakash, for bringing us up to speed with all the developments that are happening in the Power Ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for us to step into a very short commercial break, but lots more coming up on the other side. You don't go anywhere.